insurance needs to be solid, especially when a claim hits, and fair ultimately on the price that you pay for it the rest of the year that you had that policy. To keep this simple, I rank some of the best insurance companies by three main things: insurance claim services that pay out fast and fairly, financial strength so the company can handle big disasters, and useful coverage options that fit real homes, not just policy paperwork. I'll be breaking down each company on who each one is best for and what to watch before you actually end up purchasing one of these insurance policies. So without further ado, let's get into it. The first company we'll be talking about is called Amica. Amica is a strong pick if you want smooth claims and fair pricing. They score very well for customer satisfaction and keep coverage easy to use. There's also the option to add extended replacement costs for the dwelling and replacement costs on personal property to avoid depreciation hits. And they also provide something called a dividend option, which can return part of your premium in good years, which lowers your overall net cost. Bundling home and auto is also another straightforward way that Amica uses to make their pricing much more competitive. Discounts for Amica are much clearer, especially for things like alarm systems, loyalty, and claims-free history. The main trade-off here, however, is fewer flashy add-ons in limited local offices, but ultimately the services by phone and online have been ranked as super great and super consistent in terms of quality and response time. If you want a dependable policy, Amica is definitely a super solid option for a quick and easy process in getting your insurance policy. The next big insurance provider we'll be talking about is called Chubb. Now, Chubb is kind of interesting considering the fact that it shines especially for people who are looking for home or personal belongings insurance, especially for higher value items and need much more broader protection for them. They offer extended or even cash out options so you can rebuild or take a payout and choose differently. They also provide coverage for fine art, jewelry, and even custom finishes to make it easier to schedule and insure to value. The claims experience is known to be extremely bespoke and highly custom for people who are interested in making sure that they get the best possible claim in this process, making sure that things like handling and quick decisions on complex losses come with really great expertise provided by their insurance policy adjusters. And Chubb's insurance policies also invest in risk prevention, like wildfire defense services in certain areas of the country. Premiums are also usually much higher, but the limits and perks justify the cost for many households out there. If you want top-tier coverage and service for premium properties, Chubb is definitely a super solid choice for this. One of the other big insurance providers we're going to be talking about is USAA, which is a super strong choice, especially if you're active duty military, a veteran, or a family member of somebody in those categories. This includes helpful perks like replacement costs on personal property and good coverage for uniforms and even gear that you get. Claims handling process is also super steady and built around ultra fast digital services that works when you are moving or even on deployment. Pricing for this is pretty often competitive, and bundling with auto can improve it even further. The USAA mobile app is also super simple for bill pay, proof of insurance, and claim updates, making it much easier to get your insurance policy in one clear, easy way. One of the only major downsides about this insurance is the availability is extremely limited to the military community. So eligibility is going to be the main gateway to get into this specific insurance provider. If you qualify and want reliable coverage with military-focused support, this is probably one of the best options for you. Next insurance provider we'll be talking about is Erie. Erie is a solid pick if you live in the Mid-Atlantic or Midwest and want local agent help. Pricing is often competitive without cutting key protections. You can add guaranteed replacement costs on the dwelling in many areas. That way you can rebuild costs and they're ultimately going to be covered by your insurance policy even if prices were to go up. Useful extras like a water backup, a service line, and equipment breakdowns are easy to add even if prices go up. Claim service is also said to be extremely easy and handled by teams of professionals that know the region that you live in. Bundling with auto usually brings the total cost down much further. One of the main drawbacks and limits here is going to be availability, since Erie only operates in select states that it has. If Erie does serve your zip code, it is worth maybe getting a quote from them. Next insurance provider we'll be talking about is Nationwide. Nationwide is a good fit if you want flexible options at a fair price. One of the interesting things about Nationwide is they have something called the brand new belongings feature, which basically helps replace items at today's cost rather than after depreciation. You can add better roof replacement in many states, so storm damage leads to stronger materials. Service line coverage, water backups, and equipment breakdown are easy add-ons that address common losses that are also available if you're using approved devices and getting monitoring for those devices. Claims handling for this is consistent and supported by a large national network. Bundling with auto often closes the price gap with competitors that we've seen. If you want a big carrier with practical extras that you can tailor personally, Nationwide is worth definitely taking a closer look at. And just to give another really special mention here, I would highly recommend checking out something like State Farm if you don't have an insurance policy yet. They are also one of the leading insurance providers in the nation, and they have some incredible insurance policies that you can take advantage of. If you're interested in getting started with State Farm, I'd highly recommend using that link down in the description. Also, if none of these insurance companies sound interesting to you, I would highly recommend taking something like our insurance survey. This will basically show you exactly what type of insurance policy you can take full advantage of and get the most value out of. All you have to do is head down to the link down in the description, go ahead and click it, which will take you to this page right here, where you simply just need to enter in your zip code, answer the question of whether or not you own or rent your home, then talk about what type of property that you live in, then discuss how many bedrooms you have, then say when your home was built, talk about what your age range is, and then do you know your credit score, and then they'll ask you if you're interested in bundling home and auto insurance, or has anyone in your household served in the United States military, excluding a dishonorable discharge. Once you've answered all these questions on that survey, you'll hit the submit button, and they'll give you a quote on whatever type of insurance you could possibly think of needing, and they'll get you the best possible deal and find the best coverage for you. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. Please let me know down in the comment section if you have any questions. Also, make sure to hit that like button and hit that subscribe button so you never miss any of our future video. Other than that though, I'll see you guys in the next one.